From Steins Gate to Steins Gate. Indeed. Indeed. You guys, last episode of Steins Gate, the game decided to tell us all about Rynet Battler's card game. And, like, intricately explained every move Ferris was making against that weirdo in the finals of that tournament. And it was so much. Before that, we got Suzuha's ending. And we basically learned that in the beginning part of the game, every D-mail changed the world line significantly in terms of divergence. So now we're undoing all of those D-mails in order to get back to a timeline where Mayuri doesn't get killed. It was really good for your sleep. Yeah, it was just the worst. Now so what we are currently trying to do is we are trying to undo, Ferris's D-mail. And we don't know what it was said. We just know she sent a D-mail to her father, and the effect of it is that all the anime stuff disappeared from Akihabara. You passed out before we even saw Ferris? Yeah. That was last Sunday. So that pretty much gets you guys caught up. Ferris is told the main character that she will try, to help him with what her past email could have said. Twice. Thank you for the 9 months.
I liked the part where Ukarin said it's ha-oo in time and he hoed all over the timelines.
Ha-oo in time. Good job, text-to-speech. Thank you twice. I appreciate the resub. How are you today, sir? Yes, guys. So that pretty much gets us caught up. Ferris's deal with the main character is that she wants his help winning the Rynet Battlers tournament. So she had him go back in time and give her sunglasses and earplugs? Because apparently her opponents are like master interferers with the game somehow. I don't know. Anyways, she's trying to win the Duelist Kingdom and get the Millennium Eye. I mean, it felt a little Yu-Gi-Oh-y, not gonna lie. I think we're right here. Yes. What in the anime is happening? This is very anime. This game is an anime. This game is a visual novel that got turned into an anime. It's about time travel and microwaves and otakus. Now we need to intricately cover the details of the other 14 rounds of the card tournament. Please no. Please never again. That was so bad. Okay. Anyway, I digress. Let's go. Thank God. With the tournament over, I wait for Ferris outside the hall. Sounds good. Thanks for the lurk, Armin. I digest. I sent Daru home already. I'll have to tell Ferris about Mayuri soon, and I don't want him to hear it. Kyoma! Suddenly, Ferris runs up to me, paying no heed to the curious stares of the crowd. She's still in her maid clothes, and she's carrying 2 bouquets of flowers, which she received from her adoring fans. What is that? There's not an easy way to explain this, Zephyr. This is Ferris Nyan Nyan. Yes. Oh no. Correct. Yeah, you get it. I know you get it. Yeah. And she's a maid. A cat maid. Congratulations on your victory, Ferris jumps at me before I can finish. She jumps into my arms, embracing me, and there's a warm feeling against my cheek. A kiss? Was that a kiss? Thanks for everything, Nya. Ferris smiles innocently. It's like her entire body is glowing with pure joy. No, I can't have you thanking me like this. I need something else from you. Oh, it's Kevin. God damn it. Kevin cannot be a maid, Quinn. What's that, Nya? You mean a kiss isn't enough, so you want to go on a date, Nya? Ah, Kyoma, you're so greedy, Nya. But, you know, Ferris doesn't mind, Nya. Ferris puts on an impish smile. I'm glad those earplugs I gave you did the trick. So, get off, it's too hot. I forcefully pry Ferris's body off me. Everyone is staring at us. I'm sorry for doubting you, Nya. It would have been such a close game if I just believed you to begin with, Nya. Ferris bashfully paws at her head. I take that paw of hers and leave the scene. We get to the overpass and finally lose sight of all the tournament spectators. Ferris, now you'll listen to what I have to say, right? Yeah? I brought you sunglasses and earplugs, but I didn't come up with the idea. Really? Yeah? Then who? You did. Ferris looks at me in confusion. This character? Yeah. She has Tom energy. She does. Do not speak this into existence, Jordan. No Ferris command. This is... We kind of need one. Let's make a Ferris command. Everyone wants it? Maybe I'll do like a sub-goal for Ferris command. Of course we do! Nya! To be precise, the you 2 hours from now. The first time, you lost to the viral attackers' underhanded tactics. And then you asked me to use my time machine to stop them. We already have the kitty command, isn't that enough? Your time machine? This was a contract, so to speak. You almost remembered the D-mail you sent to change the past, even though you should have forgotten. You said that you'd remember it if you won the Rynet tournament. Yeah. Hmm? Well, do you remember? It's very important, so I need to try. Okay, Ocarine, you're about to realize that she was scamming you. Farrah stares into my eyes as if she's looking for something. Then she puts a finger against her lips in thought. Finally, she smiles. Ferris was probably pulling your tail, nya. Huh? What? That Ferris was depressed she lost to the virals, nya. So, when she heard about the time machine, she wanted to use it to win, nya. Because if she didn't, she'd be too ashamed to see Papa, nya. I'm sure she just played along with Kyoma and said she remembered. That's what I think, nya. That's probably what Ferris would do, nya. You are a menace, Jordan. No way! Damn, I was a fool to trust this cat girl. I should have expected this from how she normally acts, even. I breathe a deep sigh and lean on the overpass's guardrail. So in the end, all that work was for nothing. I still need to fix the warp time machine, but I don't know the contents of Ferris's D-mail. Yeah, +1 for today's stream. Let's see how high the counter gets. Ferris forgot it ever happened, and it isn't in her send history. What should I do? Kyoma? And suddenly Ferris whispers into my ear. Look into Ferris's eyes, nya. What? Just look, nya. Ferris's face is right beside mine. Her breath tickles my ear. We're awfully close. Does she plan to kiss me on the lips this time? But her expression is uncharacteristically serious, so I gulp and do as I'm told. I turn to Ferris and stare down into her eyes. Ferris looks up at me too. If an outsider were to see us, they'd think we were a couple lost in our own world. This is the closest I've ever been to Ferris. I'm captivated by the beauty of her features. Wow, her eyelashes are really long. Nervous, nya? Of course not. I'm busy solving Fermat's last theorem in my head. In other words, you're nervous, nya. The truth is, Ferris has only one power, nya. Your power? Do you mean... It's a secret, but I'll make an exception for Kyoma. Truth is, Ferris can read people's minds, nya. I call my power Cheshire Break. What you think, nya? Awesome, nya. I'm an exception? But the virals knew about it too, didn't they? I had no idea the cat was out of the bag, nya. I won't deny the existence of supernatural powers. After all, I have one of my own, called Reading Steiner. Ever since I was small, I could tell what Papa's business partners were thinking, from the looks on their faces, nya. It's more like intuition or a sixth sense, nya, based on eye movements, facial expressions, and gestures. I can tell when someone's lying, nya. Oh, so that's why she's so good at Rhinet, I guess. That's cheap. Wait, so you've been using that power at Rhinet tournaments? Of course, nya. Ferris is an entertainer, nya. It's my style to get into a tight spot on purpose so I can make a huge turnaround, nya. Let's do a Ferris cosplay, Peggy-chan. I would rather die. Besides, if I wear sunglasses, I can't read my opponent's thoughts, nya. Is that why she didn't put them on? It's because of this power that I knew you weren't lying. But you wouldn't go along with me at all in the beginning, though. You just rubbed my fur the wrong way, nya. It feels like she's tricking me again. And I can tell you're not lying now either, nya. Ferris used that D-mail thing to change the past, nya. I believe you, nya. I wish I could remember, but I'm sorry, nya. I can't remember, nya. I see. We've reached an impasse. I have no choice but to look for some other way. I suddenly feel intense stares on us. I realize we're surrounded by people. Are they jealous Ferris fans who think I'm her boyfriend? I shudder at the thought, but I don't think that's the case. Then who are they? Moika's Rounders? Yo. A man clad in black steps forward. Oh, it's the bald spot guy again. Win! Thank you for the 38 months.
Please Ferris cosplay Nyan Nyan Nyan.
I really would be upset if I did that. Maybe he wants to send a D-mail too. What does he want now? I realize that men surrounding us are all dressed like for Celsius. So are all these guys viral attacker underlings? Forcey's gaudy white teeth shine. I've got a word with you, champion. Gaia whispered for me to register an objection. An objection? You damn pussy. The power to read the minds of your opponents? That's bullshit. I know you were cheating. She wasn't cheating, you're the ones who were cheating. Ferris doesn't use underhanded tricks like you guys, nya. The hell you say? I, the Black Nobleman, swear to the god of the elegant evil realm that I never cheat, though sometimes I do other things. Okay. You corrupt white Siamese cat? I ain't gonna accept that defeat. That last change directory was a fraud. You don't have any proof. You seem clueless, so I'll tell ya. If I say it's black, it's black. That's the truth of Rhynet. These guys came here to make completely false accusations. It doesn't look like they'll take no for an answer. And they've surrounded us so we can't escape. By the way, your old man's some kind of big shot in Akihabara, isn't he? I bet he pulled strings so that they let you win. That's what all the hip Rhynetters are saying, you know? You're such a scoundrel, you ain't got a bit of elegance. Evility. You ain't even a white Siamese cat. You're a fat-ass pig, crawling in the mud. The crowd grows louder. Beyond the wall of viral henchmen, there are some homebound Rhynet spectators watching from a distance. The virals start cheering loudly. Seriously? I thought it went way too well, but you're telling me it was rigged? This cat girl's the worst. So that's the kind of person Ferris is. A filthy cheater. That's how it is, champion. No. Champion! On your knees. Bow before me, the Black Lucifer. 4C, rub your head on the ground and beg for mercy. And then forfeit your throne. Do all that and I swear to Lucifer to forgive you for your deeds. That's right. Turn down your victory. And never come back to Rhynet X's Battlers again. Quit Rhynet, you bitch. Cheers fly from the surrounding virals. None of the onlookers approach. I guess they don't want to get involved. What a farce. How long do we have to listen to this? Let's go, Ferris. Yeah. I grab Ferris's hand and force our way through the surrounding virals. As we run from the place, we look back and see... Hold it right there! 4C and his group are chasing after us. All we can do is run. A phone call? Hello? It's me. What? I'm busy now. You still at the hall? No. You haven't seen Ferris Town, have you? Actually, everything's on fire. On fire? What is? Her blogs and fan sites. Damn, the viral attackers must be flooding the net with false accusations. They're scumbags. I'm hanging up. I press the end call button and run even faster. Kioma, these guys are still tailing us, yeah? Shh. Keep running, just keep running. While gasping for oxygen, I pull Ferris by the hand and run faster. We zigzag through the streets of Akiba until we loop back to UPX. Ferris's home is right next door. We should have gone there first. Whew. My lungs are on fire. My legs are aching. Kioma, look, nya! What? Ferris tugs at my sleeve, stopping me. I look where she's pointing, and there I see several unsavory-looking young men clad in black leather loitering near the apartment building's entrance. What, are we getting hit by a car again? You know, I honestly thought that might happen. But then I'm like, that would be weird if Ferris winning the tournament led to her dying, so probably not. Damn, they got here first. We can't get in like this, yeah. Let's get out of here. We try to cut through Yodobashi and head to Showadori and get caught en route. There they are. Text the location. Damn, how many of them are there? All we can do is turn back. We won't make any progress if we keep running like this. We need to find somewhere we can rest. The lab. We can manage something if we escape there. We need to get there somehow. But there are virals loitering around the lab. There's no way we can get past them. We end up seeking refuge in the ramen shop behind the lab. The ramen shop behind the lab. On another world line, this was May Queen Nyan Nyan, where Ferris and Mayuri worked as maids. Why are we stopping here, Nya? We need to run! May Queen's second floor now seems to be the storehouse for the ramen shop downstairs. Actually, that might be the perfect place to hide. I take Ferris's hand and run up the stairs. In the empty room are piles of what seem to be bags of flour. Ferris and I hide in one such pile. I just hope nobody saw us come in. Let's wait here until those assholes give up. I take out my phone and open to compose the mail screen. I send Daru an SOS. Ferris and I are hiding above Ramen Tasaburo. It's mostly empty with some sacks of wheat flour. Nothing that looks useful as a weapon, and nothing big enough to hide behind. The viral attackers are chasing us, and I don't think they can be reasoned with. Normally, I'd have no trouble taking on all of them, but I can't use my full strength with Ferris nearby. Call us a taxi pronto. I send the mail. It's hot as hell in here. The running has made me thirsty. If this were May Queen, we'd have air conditioning and I could get something to drink. Yeah? Oh, nothing. I just said the first thing that came to mind, but Ferris looks at me strangely. How do you know the name of the maid cafe that was supposed to open here, Nya? Oh. Uh-huh. Eh? Oh, I know. We opened up the homepage for a little bit to post maid recruiting information, yeah? Did you see it? It was supposed to open? Ferris organized the cafe's plans and passed it through the conference. It was almost a done deal, yeah. But at the last moment, Papa put his paw down, and the plan died, yeah. Papa's such a blockhead, yeah. If he left the store to me, it could have been the best maid cafe in all of Japan with, costumes and fantastic maids, nya. Yeah, organized. It would have even pulled customers to Akiba from all the way over in Ueno and Ikebukuro. It's such a waste, nya. The Akihabara I know catered to fans of games, anime, and moe culture. The current Akihabara is still the electric town of old. This used to be the maid cafe, May Queen Nyan Nyan. But now it's a ramen shop. And if I remember correctly, Ferris wasn't this attached to Rynet Access battlers on the previous world line. Ferris, no. Akiha Rumiho. Hanya? You're the Akiha daughter and heir. So, you go to the Akihabara City Development Conferences too, right? Nya? I don't attend, nya. You don't? But didn't you say that... Did she say that before the world line changed? Papa's the one who goes to the conferences, nya. Why would Ferris have to go, nya? Then, why did you go to the conferences? Like I said, I don't, nya. That's right. It makes no sense for a high school girl to participate in development conferences, much less be the mastermind behind moeification of Akiba. Moe shops began to spring up around 2002, didn't they? Back then, Ferris was still 9 years old. Could this be a clue to the contents of Ferris's D-mail? Your dad's into retro PCs, right? Yeah. By the way, we still haven't found an IBM 5100, yeah? Has your dad ever sold any or given one away? On another world line, Ferris's dad donated the IBM 5100 to Yanabayashi Shrine. Or was it Ferris who did that? Never, nya. Papa loves all the PCs he's collected, nya. He'd never get rid of one. Nya. Then why did he donate the IBM 5100? Do you have any retro PCs, Ferris? I don't get Papa's hobby at all, nya. Ferris likes cosplay and anime and cute things, nya. The reason the moe shops disappeared was because Ferris didn't participate in the city development conferences. I guess that's what the D-mail was about.
もし仮に
Let's say you participated in city development ever since you were a
子
child.
供の
I'd put moe shops all over Akiba, nya. Just visit Komima and you'll see the wonder of otaku power, nya. I'm sure more people would visit Akiba then, nya.
それはいいとして
That aside, if you no longer wanted to participate after participating for all that time,
それを過去の自分
how would you stop yourself in the past?
それは何の心理
Is
テ
that
スト
some sort of
なの
psychological test, nya?
単なる例え話だ
It's just a hypothetical question. Ferris ponders for a while. A dramatic way would be perfect. What?
ドラマみたいな展開
Like you see on TV, nya. Ferris is weak to drama, nya. I probably got that from Papa,
それは
nya.
きっとパパ
Really?
からの遺伝だと思うにゃだから例えば
For example, if Ferris got kidnapped,
フ
or
ェリスが誘拐される
suddenly Ferris falls silent. It's dark in the room, I can't read her expression. Kidnapped?
フェイリス
Ferris? What's wrong? Ferris suddenly clutches her head.
頭痛い
My head hurts, nya.
ねえ今日
Hey, Kyoma. Ferris has been feeling funny since coming to the storehouse, nya. Even though I only came here once back when I was a little kitten.
すごく見慣れてる景色に思えてくるにゃ
It feels nostalgic. What makes you say that, Phil? Okay, I have a feeling this is about to get kind of dark. Like I've been here many times, nya. What does this mean? Is she messing with me again? No, this feels too real. Her face lights up, and then she grabs my arm. I remember.
何を
Remember what? I remembered, nya! The force of her declarations stifles my response.
メイクインニャンニャ
May Queen Nyan Nyan!
今日もダルニャンは常連さんだった
Kyoma and Darunyan were regular customers, nya. And Mayushi worked here too, nya. How the fuck does she know this?
本当に
Really? You really
本当
remembered
に
that?
患者さんが
Ferris nods.
京馬たちがお店で
And how Kyoma and Daru talked about the time machine at the store, and how I asked to use it to return for helping find an IBN 5100.
あとは時間を川の流れに例えるのおかしいって
How the fuck do you know this? Nya!
したこととか
And how later I convinced Koma and Darunyan it was weird to compare time to a river.
ラボメンになるため
And how I took a blood oath to become a lab mem. I'd almost forgotten those things myself.
D メール
And the D-mail. Do you remember what you sent?
思い出したのか
Ferris lets out a sigh. Her smile suddenly disappears. Don't tell me that's all she remembers. Or was she tricking me again?
思い出したけど
I remember, but you said you have to cancel it, yeah?
そうだ
Yes.
フェイリス
I need to undo the changes made to the past by your D-mail.
元に戻してやらないと
You can't, yeah? Ferris shakes her head violently and presses her body against me again. We're alone in this dim storehouse. I can feel her hot breath against my cheek. Ugh. There's no one here to see us. We're safe. I feel myself getting excited by her proximity. No, I need to keep my cool.
元に戻す
You can't undo it, Nya.
聞いてくれフェイリス
Please listen, Ferris. Mayuri's life depends on it. Huh? Mayushi?
世界線のズレを
If we don't return the world line to normal, if I don't get that IBN 5100, then Mayuri will die.
バカみたいに聞こえる
I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's the truth.
だから頼む
So please, I need to send another D-mail and cancel the one you...
フェイリスが D メールで叶えた
The wish Ferris made with her D-mail! Ferris cuts in as if to silence me. Her eyes are wet, reflecting the dim light.
フェイリスが
The wish Ferris made
10年前に死んだ
was
パ
to
パ
save Papa, who died 10 years ago. Nya. Really? So a D-mail, the way that this game's plot started out, basically the main character is an inventor and they have a microwave hooked up to a cell phone that can send text messages to the past. And that is a D-mail instead of an email. And each time that they sent one of these earlier in the game, it changed the world line that they are in drastically. And because of all the changes, they ended up getting caught for hacking into like a world organization called CERN. And Mayuri is killed. Basically, in the bad timeline, Mayuri is shot, and then Daru, Kurisu, and the main character, Ocarine, they are all gathered up and forced to work for CERN on a new time machine. So her dad died, and she had to take over city committee head or whatever. Here's the weird thing, though. I thought we met her dad in the timeline where she sent the D-mail. Maybe the time had already shifted, and that's when we met him. Okay. So it was to save her dad. I thought it was like she was gonna have been kidnapped and is remembering trauma. That's why I said I think this game is about to get dark. But no, okay. I mean, it's still sad about her father, but we're gonna be coming up on a route split soon, where we will get Ferris's ending and then return to the part where we're supposed to send this D-mail and proceed the story. Yeah, well, that's the thing, like, for Ferris, what would you choose? Having a friend die or having your parent die? I don't know if I could be persuaded, you know? So yeah, Lisa, basically all of the D-mails, there was like probably 4 or 5 D-mails that got sent in like the game's build-up. All of those divergences result in Mayuri dying. So in order to save Mayuri, who the main character cares for tremendously, he has to go and undo all those D-mails. Why does she remember this? I don't know. She remembers conversations from previous world lines. That's like... What? And why does she remember her dad dying in a different world line? That's so crazy. What? I exchanged the past where Papa died for a past where he didn't die. Yeah. You mean that kind-looking man, her father, died 10 years ago? That's consistent with everything, now that I think about it. Ferris really has remembered her D-mail. Now that I know the result, all I have to do is send the cancellation D-mail. But it's not so simple. I need to cancel the D-mail that prevented her father's death 10 years ago. Isn't that the same as killing him again? I hear the door open and quickly cover Ferris's mouth with my hand. Is Ferris really hiding in here? Someone saw 2 people who looked like them go inside. Crap. Someone saw us. We need to do something. If they call their friends, we're done for. Who are you? Where are you? So you were here, Ferris. Yeah. Okabe, can you hear me? We called a taxi. It'll take some time to get there. Kurisu, you exposed us to the pursuers. They're right in front of us. Hey, come out! There's no point in hiding. I see. Then I'll lecture you on how to escape. You're in the same place you were before, right? The men are approaching our hiding spot, but because the room is dark, it seems they can't tell where we are. I listen carefully to Kurisu's voice. Scatter the flower and make a break for it, okay? Scatter the flower? Then switch on the light. Now I get it. Roger. Over and out. Then I see the light reflect off of something. One of the men has a butterfly knife. He opens the blade with a flourish? Oh god! I quickly rip open a nearby wheat flour sack and toss its contents into the air. The scattered white powder shines in the sunlight through the window. What the hell? I can't see! Slipping past the disoriented men, I carry Ferris towards the exit. Right next to the exit, I see the light switch. I push Ferris out first, then flip the light switch right before shutting the door. Right as we get out, a sound like firecrackers resounds from the other side of the door. A dust explosion. I've seen the same trick used by guns like MacDiver and Master Cheaton. That should distract them for long enough for us to escape. I totally thought they were being shot at too. Yeah, MacDiver. Unbelievable. Ferris coughs, shaking wheat flour off of her clothes and hair. But there's no time to spare. The taxi still isn't here. But if it's not like we can wait around for it. We need to leave here now. However, you're not getting away! Get them! Crap. We were headed for the lab, but we got ambushed. Oh no. Soon, Ferris and I are surrounded by men with fires of hatred burning in their eyes. Yo, we got you now. The crowd parts down the middle, and 4C steps forward wearing a hat. I'll tell you one thing, you can't escape my totally bad black aura. I shield Ferris with my body. 4C cracks his knuckles and smiles. I always fight the system, and once again, my elegant evil story ends in perfect victory. Stop. You don't lay a finger on me. The only thing I can do to stop faltering is to go into Halloween Kyoma mode. If you take another step, the power of my right arm will break free. Always at the front line of the scene stands one man. That one man is the peacock, flapping its black wings. Gah! Calm down, right arm of mine. No! The seal is coming undone. Run away, all of you. Your lives are in jeopardy. I'll elegantly floor you with my crazy dance. The one chosen by the jet black wings is none other than I. I know, they are literally about to kill two people over a card game. No, my right hand! My right hand! Please stop, I don't want to kill anymore. Hey, what the hell is he doing? Something strikes the top of my head. One of the virals threw a can at me. Don't let him trick you, he's just a textbook Chunibu case. Yeah, like you guys can talk. Whatever, kick his ass! Very well, then prepare yourselves, releasing restrictions Before I can finish, 4C kicks me in the solar plexus. Kyoma! He grabs the top of my head and knees me personally. Finally, he lets go of my hair. I start coughing as soon as I hit the ground. Meanwhile, like, aren't there people around? Next, 4C lays into me with heavy kicks to the head and body. I raise my arms to protect my face. Heh, told you, man. The coldest ice burns. That's frostbite, you idiot. Why you? It's Japan, so they walk away. He starts stomping on me with his booted heels. Kyoma! All I can feel is pain. I abandon all thought and wait for the storm to pass. Stop it, Jan! Don't hurt Kyoma anymore! Don't tell me what to do. I only listen to the whispers of Gaia. 4C grabs my thumb in both hands, then starts to twist. Stop it! Someone help! I hear a sound. A car's exhaust. The honking of a horn. A limousine barrels into the alleyway at terrific speed. Tascate! Everyone screams and scatters to avoid it. The smell of burnt rubber. Tire tracks on the asphalt. The limousine stops right in front of my fallen body. The back door opens. Get inside! Papa! But I can't even stand up. There's no strength left in my body. My vision's blurry too. Slender arms wrap around my body, pulling me towards the car. The soft scent of citrus tickles my nose. Hang in there, Nya! I let her help me into the limousine. Wait, you're not getting away! The door shuts, cutting off his shouting. The car speeds off like a bullet. There's a softness under my head. We're inside the limousine. My head is resting on Ferris's lap. Every inch of my body feels like it's on fire. And at the same time, there's a terrible cold in my bones. I can barely hear. My ears are ringing. The urge to vomit has receded at least. They really messed me up. According to Ferris's dad, he was racing to UPX to congratulate Ferris when he saw us. A fortunate coincidence, indeed. Is this also the choice of Steins Gate? I really need to thank you, Okabe-kun. Thank you for protecting my daughter. Protecting? I'm no hero. If I had the strength, I would prostrate myself right now before this man. I wasn't able to do anything against those guys. I was pathetic. Absolutely not. You saved my daughter's life. He shakes my hand firmly in gratitude. Oh, Papa. I thought I told you not to push yourself since you've got important work to do. You should listen to me. Nya! Ferris looks happy as she says that. However, I recall what Ferris told me in the ramen shop. If that's true, then to return to the original world line, I have to erase her father, to kill him essentially. I always keep my promises to you, Rumiho. I made that decision long ago. Papa, thank you, Nya. If only we were named Akane, we would have killed those guys easily. I mean, Akanes do tend to be violent, yes. Some more so than others. The limousine soon reaches Ferris's home. So you're looking for an IBN 5100. Oh, he actually has a Sprite. That's right. I heard you were an enthusiastic retro PC collector. Do you know anything about it? I ended up eating dinner at Ferris's apartment. Ferris's father was extremely grateful to me and invited me up. I would have been okay with just borrowing the shower, but he even prepared a change of clothes for me. And he even told me I could stay since it's too dangerous to go outside. Let's add Mira to the mix. Ugh, worst girl. During the meal, I tried asking about the IBN 5100, ignoring the pain I still feel through my body. It's quite unusual for a man your age to know about the IBN 5100. He smiles when bringing up his hobby of collecting old PCs. I did have one, I gave it away though. You gave it away? Yes, I had a compelling reason. He glances at his daughter. Ferris keeps eating her meal silently. Did you donate it to Yanabayashi Shrine? To the shrine? No. No. All the strength drains from my body. Were my efforts for nothing? Didn't Ferris say in the original timeline that she didn't go to Rhinet tournaments because of her father, but her father was dead then? Yeah, so okay. Technically, you could trace... Ferris had to be on town committee board and meetings because her father died. And therefore couldn't go to Rhinet battles. So I think that that's probably what was meant by the comment. That is still a really weird way to put it, isn't it? I don't think Hashida-san, who entrusted the IBN 5100 to me, could ever forgive me for what I did. Hashida? What character is that? Is that Daru? Suzuha? Hashida? As in Hashida Suzu? Yeah, okay. Ferris's dad nods. Suzuha's pseudonym. My pulse rises instantly upon hearing that name. Let's put a 9-year-old on the committee. Surely nothing will go wrong. She did it. She found... All systems online. She did it. She found an IBN 5100. She brought it to Akiba. She completed her mission. Tears well up in my eyes. I bite them back. This is an old story. A story from before my company got as big as it is. Rumiho was kidnapped. The kidnapper demanded an unthinkable ransom. Maybe I should have mortgaged the company instead. But at that moment, someone appeared like a godsend, offering a large sum of money to buy my IBN 5100. I sold it, which gave me enough to prepare Rumiho's ransom. You thought the police were coming to arrest the MC? I mean, that's still on the table, and it would be valid. Let's arrest Daru, too, while we're at it. And shoot May... Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh. Let's not talk about it, Nya. For some reason, Ferris's face turns red with embarrassment. If I had to say, her dad seems really happy to tell the story. Not something you'd expect from a kidnapping story. And Ferris? Yeah, let's arrest Ferris. Zephyr, it's really hilarious that this is the episode that you're watching because we're gonna get her ending. Just for you. So who was the buyer? A French businessman, I believe. I think I still have his contact information. Would you like it? Didn't, Tennoji, Mr. Braun, say that he grew up in Europe? I politely declined the offer. There's no way the IBN 5100 will arrive from France in time, and I doubt we could afford to pay for it anyway. Plus, there's a high possibility the buyer is related to CERN or to the Rounders. I clench my fist, then I open it again. Why won't you return to me, IBN 5100? France would be CERN, right? Because that's where the headquarters are, right? It's past midnight and I'm still awake. My body hurts too much to sleep, and there's the question eating at my mind. What should I do? So he needs the IBN 5100 because they hacked into CERN's database. They got caught, and now CERN wants them dead. That's why all this shit is hitting the fan. So if he gets the old computer, the IBN 5100, he will be able to delete the evidence that they hacked CERN. Headquarters are in Switzerland, are they? How can I cancel the D-mail that saved Ferris's father? My encounter with the man himself has given birth to unnecessary internal conflict. I'm about to steal Ferris's father away from her. I need to do it to save Mayuri. But does that give me the right to play God? Yes, because you already did it once. I hear a knock and then the door opens. Hyoma? Oh, Ferris, still awake? May I come in? Normally, Ferris would have added Nya to the end of that question. Without waiting for my answer, Ferris steps inside. Then she sits next to me on the bed. She's not wearing her cat ears. Thanks for earlier. Then when the viral gang started chasing me, I was really scared. Does she have a fever or something? Why is she talking normally? She usually pretends to be a cat girl. Does this mean she's not using her Ferris persona right now? She looks bald with no cat ears. Is this the real Akiha Rumiho? It's actually refreshing to hear Ferris talk normally like this. It excites me for some reason, like she's showing me a side of herself no one has ever seen. That was the first time I ever felt such black emotion from a huge crowd of people. Those guys were obsessed with black. She slaps me on the knee. Come on, I'm trying to be serious. What? Even her retort is normal. The person sitting in front of me isn't a cat-eared maid, and she isn't the Rhinet champion. She's just a normal girl. Does it still hurt? No, I'm fine. Hyoma, I mean Okabe-san. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there. I shiver just thinking about it. Don't correct yourself like that. Just call me what you usually do. Ferris sighs. Anyway, Kyoma, I can't thank you enough. Thank you, honestly. You know, Kyoma, you're my prince. Prince? What's with her fairy tale talk? She's giving me goosebumps. This calls for Hoin Kyoma. I am not a prince, I am an insane mad scientist, and... Before I finish, Ferris throws herself on top of me. She wraps her arms around me tightly. Ferris? I want you to call me Rumiho. No, Ferris is Ferris, remember? This is bad. What should I do? What does Ferris want? Hey, I think it's time to end this. Hyoma went back in time and risked your life to save me. So there's an anime based on the game. How do you like that, Lisa? Can we move to a timeline where Ferris is in Mayuri's shoes and she dies? Oh, I don't want her to die. I just think the relationship thing is weird because she's younger. You can see more of Ferris? What do you mean? You like Ferris, Lisa? So, I want to grant your wish too. But I saw the rest of my words. Granting my wish would mean erasing her father's existence. My heart aches. It was like this with Suzuha, too. I erased everything that Suzuha had shared with us in 2010, including her memories of meeting her father. I did it for the sake of my personal goal to save Mayuri. Must I once again sacrifice someone else's dream? It was on my 8th birthday. Still clinging to me, Ferris looks down and begins her story. Oh boy, okay. We're getting the backstory of what happened. I'm gonna go make a drink, so just stay there for a second, and I'll be right back.
Hurry! Hurry!
'Cause there's a kibble. Dudes. No love bites. Hi. Hi, Miss Kitty. Were you trying to give me the love bites? You were. I saw it. We gotta go back to the computer, though. Come on. You want a snack? Huh. Yeah. I got a snack for you. Alright, ready? Uh-oh. "10 years ago, on my 8th birthday, it's okay, she's legal." Oh. Actually true, right? So maybe it's not as awful as I was thinking? Also, cheers. Because the MC is only 19. He's also 18. Oh, is he 18? I don't know why I thought he was 19. I wanted Papa to take a break from work so he could spend time with me. Ah, you always have wine, Phil. How's the queen? How's the queen of the mansion? Dog-chan. Papa's company wasn't as big back then, so he worked every day, from morning to night. I never got to see him. The present I wanted most was for him to spend one whole day with me. And Papa promised. He promised he'd spend the entire day with me, no matter what. But something came up, and he had to break his promise the day before. She very vocally insisted on having several treats after her walk. Oh my god, so cute! Huskies are so vocal, too. Does she do the noise, like they all do? If you do that to them, they usually, like, talk back. I was so afraid that Papa didn't really love me. I'm gonna go pick up foods, actually. Yeah. Oh, okay. What are you picking up, Jordan? So on my birthday, I ran away from home. I wanted to make Papa worry. Not this. Please stop showing this. Ferris pauses here for a time. Then she looks up at me and continues with tears in her eyes. The plane Papa was on made a bad landing. Only one person died in the accident. Everyone else was unharmed. Don't tell me. The one casualty was Papa. That was before the world line changed. I couldn't believe the world would be so cruel to me. I hate you, Papa. You should just die. Those were the last words I ever said to him. And that's how our relationship ended, forever. I could hear the tears in her voice. I loved him, so why? Why did I say those things to him? I always felt guilty because of what I said. I always wished I could go back in time and change what happened. Then, did fate guide us to each other? When I heard you were talking about your time machine, I thought I was being given a chance. Ferris, Rumiho, that's enough for today. You don't have to say anything more. No, let me finish. Ferris doesn't let go of me. She sniffles and wipes away her tears, putting on a smile. I'm okay now. Papa came to save me, so I know how much he really loves me. I really enjoyed having this time to spend with him. It was like a gift to us from heaven. But now you need to change things back to the way they were. But Mayushi's a very important friend to me. If Mayushi's in danger, I'll do anything to save her. I'm sorry. Weren't you listening? This current reality isn't reality at all, but rather a gift to my father and me. Or maybe I should call it a dream. Papa doesn't belong in this time. You're just turning things back to normal. Thank you for letting me have this dream, Kyoma. Are you really okay with that? Ferris buries her face into my chest. Actually, I'm not okay at all. I remember how things were before the world changed. But I also remember how everything was after the world changed, you know? Yeah, hi, Kuroi. It's butt shot time. And, like, where his arm is and, like, how she's laying on him is really odd. This is just fucking weird. I'm actually kind of freaking out right now. What happened before the change and after the change are all mixed up inside me. I don't know which is real anymore. But if I try to fight it, I'll just make you sad, won't I? I don't want to make you sad. You're my prince after all. We can do something. There might be a world where you don't lose your dad and Mayuri doesn't die. If we try, it's okay. I've accepted it. I don't want to run away anymore. Yeah. Agreed, Dots. It's always not a far cry from what we're doing. This one's weird. There's nothing I can say. So instead, I tighten the embrace. Thank you. Hey, is it okay if I cry a little before we change things back? Is it okay if I cry for Papa? She's already crying, but I don't say anything. Instead, I silently nod. Ferris's body trembles with emotion as I hold her. Her father is sleeping in the room next door, so she probably doesn't want him to hear her. She cries into my chest, muffling her sobs. It's almost noon. I feel dizzy. It's like my brain is rusty. My whole body is heavy with fatigue. You wouldn't accept it, Lisa? Yeah, you're literally making a call between a close friend dying and a parent. The pain from my wound subsides, thankfully, but in the end, I couldn't sleep a wink. Sorry, Mayuri. Doo-doo-doo. I promised Ferris that we'd commence the operation at noon. Until then, we wait at Ferris's apartment. I've already contacted Daru and the others back at the lab. I told them we'd be performing an experiment today. Kyoma. Ferris. I can see the traces of tears on her face. The sight makes my heart ache. I'll say my last goodbyes to Papa now, nya. Some of the wish cancellations are super rough and morally dubious. Oh? Her usual speaking habits returned the second she donned the cat ears. What a nifty piece of equipment. Let me be alone with Papa for a while, nya. Since we're getting Ferris's ending, we won't be sending that cancellation email. We will not. Yeah. Maybe I should say wait. Maybe I should say sorry. But I say nothing to Ferris. I say nothing to Ferris's back as she heads to her father's study. By the time Ferris finishes her farewells with her father and comes out of the study, the phone wave named subject to changes settings are already complete. I contacted Daru at the lab and make sure the Braun Tube Workshop's 42-inch CRT is turned on. I'm going to make our save now, by the way. Hey, John. Honestly, though, in retrospect, that one Hina CG in Danganronpa reminds me of this game. The one where she's, like, in the bed. Yeah. John, do you know Steins Gate at all? Remind me, because I think Quinn might be a Ferris stan, and it's causing some adverse side effects on him. Quinn's an MC stan? I actually liked Ocarine until some of the more recent scenes. Like, in the beginning of the game, I liked the MC a lot, and I feel like my opinion has just gotten worse and worse and worse. Don't listen to my nonsense? Oh, God. He's just a bit more than he could... He's a bit more off than he could chew. He just bit more off than he could chew. I see. But the way he time loops and then dreams about raping underage girls, cannot stand. I contacted Daru at the lab and make sure the Braun Tube Workshop's 42-inch CRT is turned on. Now all I have to do is send the D-mail. Yeah, that literally happened, Lisa. So awful. But I hesitate. Otakus back then are insane. Yeah. Probably still are. Instead of meeting Ferris's eyes, I looked down at my feet. Eternal separation from her father. I wonder what Ferris is thinking now. Don't be like that, Kyoma. You've done nothing wrong, yeah? But... no more talking, nyan! Okay. I can't stay sad when Ferris is trying to cheer me up. I steel myself for what I need to do.
Another happy customer.
Quicksilver 292, thanks for the follow. Hope you're having a lovely Saturday. Yesterday, just before she left the room, Ferris told me the contents of the first email she sent. 100 mil for your kid. Take the train. That mail stopped her father from getting on the airplane. As a result, he didn't die. You finally finished the Sumeru Archon quests? Oh, yeah? Did you name, Wanderer? My Wanderer is named King Div. Because he named his Lord Pengtong. Without any warning, so I had to do it. Yours is Fujin? Good reference. Rage. Anyway, Quinn, off to the mausoleum with you. What if mine is also named Pangy? Did you? Then I went into a deep dive of Gnosticism and Christianity, Christian demonology, and I understand all of Hoyoverse now? Oh, well, okay. So we also discovered that Paimon is a demon name. I think mine is named Wanderer. Oh, you probably didn't finish the quest, Jordan. Where you get to name him. What would you name him if you could? Well, when you can. I tried to name mine Scaramouche and the game told me to fuck off. I was like, oh. Paimon is inappropriately named. Jury's not out on that one. Saint Paimon. That's what you would name... Jordan, you know what? I remember when you were XX Sucrose, okay? I've been 100% expecting Paimon to be the final villain of the story. And her space cape. I named mine Harukaze for Spring Breeze. Wait, what is that? That's what that means? Who? Oh! Are we in denial, Jordan? Uh-huh. You seem more like an XX Kokumi to me now. But that wasn't the only effect it had on the timeline. Her father needed to sell the IBN 5100 to prepare the 100 million yen ransom. As a result, Ferris never donated the IBN 5100 to Yanabayashi Shrine. With her father alive, Ferris didn't participate in Akihabara's city development conferences. Otaku-oriented businesses never took root in Akiba. May Queen Nyan Nyan never opened. Oh, we're about to crash! We're about to crash! We're about to crash! We are definitely about to crash. I see it. The borders of my stream software are flashing. That's always the sign. I'm gonna see if I can force it.